Hello guys, this is just a mask that I usually wear. I like wearing it though. This is my face. I just like wearing the mask. In this video that I put on, when I put the mask on, I'm the DM King. Without the mask, I'm not the DM King. I'm a normal guy. But I just want to say, in the video that I've put on, in this video, we're gonna speak about the DMs and how you can actually book meetings via cold outreach. Now this is a 26-minute video, I think, that goes in depth with this knowledge. And hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today on this video that I've recorded. Today we're gonna chat about how to start conversations and actually book meetings via the DMs. I hope this makes sense to you. If not, we'll get into it, don't worry. Now, I'm obviously going to be speaking a lot while I'm making this video because, as you know, I have to guide you. This is like a guide, okay? Like a mini course in my own right. As you can see, this video is behind the laptop. Can you see my hand here? This is my hand, right? Okay, you can see that. So the phone is here and it's in front of the laptop. As you can see, this is obviously the laptop, right? And we are going in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dig in. Now, as you can see, what stands here is Cold DM's complete guide. A no, right? Don't spam. Now, as you can see, this picture, that you can see what it says. Cold DM's complete guide. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start. Now, this is just an intro that I wrote down. Okay, now here we go. Welcome. If you're here, you're probably tired of sending DMs that get ignored or leave. You're wondering what went wrong. On this page, you'll find a real walkthrough on videos where I break down cold messaging. Now this video says that it's a breakdown of cold messaging in a practical way, not theory, not fluff. I'll show you the difference between a strong DM that opens conversations and a weak DM that gets skipped. Right? You'll see examples, live explanations here, and the exact thought process behind how every message is written, sent and followed up. Most of these sessions are free flow and value driven, right? That means you'll hear real insights, real positioning, and real scenarios, including the kinds of replies you can expect and how to handle them without sounding pushy or scripted. If your goal is to start more conversations, build genuine connections, and turn teams into real opportunities, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Now, Cold DM Outreach Full Guide. This is the second time we're seeing this. I'll break down to you how the DMs actually go. This is the example made below. Now I'm gonna make an example. Right, most of the time when I'm on, say, LinkedIn, the problem is most people send generic messages. They say this, right? When they say hello, or when you greet a prospect, or when you greet someone, don't say generic things. Like if someone sends you a message, you don't say how can I help you. That is wrong, guys. Never ever say that. How can I help you? That is wrong. This is wrong. Don't say that ever. Don't say how can I help you. This is wrong. Okay? Instead of saying how can I help you, sound more human and reply. Alright? Your reply instead. Alright, your reply instead. Alright, so your reply instead should be, doing sorry about that, just was from my side. The reply should be doing good. What about you? That's what you should say. What about yourself? Because that shifts that you don't care about yourself only and that you actually care about the other person, right? What about you? So they feel hurt as well, if that makes any sense to you guys. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience because I've been there, if you know what I mean. I've been there and I know what it's like when people come out of nowhere and they say like, oh my god, how can I help you? And you're just saying hi, right? You just say, this person is just saying hi and you're saying how can I help you? So alright, I should write it here. Alright, let me just write it here. I apologize for the background noise. There's a few people here on the side. I apologize for that. So what I'm actually saying is be human in a nutshell. Don't worry about the sequence of what I'm writing, the messaging. Just know it's valid. Okay? Just know it's valid. What I'm saying here. Okay, so just be human with the messaging at least. Try to be human if that makes any sense to you. Okay? So the next thing is how to send cold DMs. Now this is a nice one. That was a little bit of a message of how somebody sends it to you. When someone sends you a message like how can I, when someone sends a message hi to you, how can I help you, which is incorrect. Instead, sound more human. That's just an example. Don't worry about the sequence. I'm doing good. What about you? So sound human, you know. Mirror what they are doing. If they asking how are you, you say I'm doing good. What about you? Keep the conversation flowing. Make it sound human. Okay. Next thing is example will be made below. Obviously, again, I'll make an example of how to send a cold DM, right? So, how to send cold DMs. So the thing is this, guys. I just have an example of someone sending a cold DM to the next person. This person is saying, question. You had a question but didn't ask LOL. My question is when you're free, so we can grab a drink. Okay, that's an interesting opener. Look, because that person responded to it. Because listen, this guy said question. Now the other person is saying, what do you mean by question? Let me respond. You had a question? That's intriguing. So I like that actually. And now the other person is saying, my question is when you're free. This person is saying, when you're free, we're just gonna have a drink. So that can either be a positive or a negative response. I like that one. I really do. So I'm not still gonna go deep into that detail. But what I would say to you is when you're sending cold DMs, Don't sound generic. Don't, please, for the heaven's sake, don't sound like a fake. Sound human. When you send a cold DM, send the blunt opener, just say hi. Or you could say hello. Hello. Or you could say, you could say anything but sound blunt. Hello. Don't say how are you, just give it like hey, or some people say you. Just like something like that, man. You can say hi, hey, you, or you can say hello, but guys say yo, so I'll just put it like that. I'm just exaggerating a bit, but just to get them to say hi. Because when you start up with this crazy messages like these messages in the beginning to start off with, and you see he opens with a single line question, or hi, or yo, or what's up, something like that, to just get him to open, to just see if this person is open to conversation. So there you have that. Okay, so the next thing is the right conversations that lead to real opportunities. So the thing is this, guys, when you're out here, I'm gonna do a role play for you guys. When you're out here and you're actually having conversations with people, you have to understand that these are people with their own problems, and they have feelings, and they have their own things that's going on behind them in their lives. So whether they reply yes or no, it doesn't matter. You go according to what you get, guys. So if you get a positive response, you get a positive reply. If you get a negative response, just move on. You should be out there connecting with other people. Alright, so that's what you should actually be doing. Don't be out here wasting time with people that's not answering you, okay? So please just move according to that. This is just a role play which I'm going to show you guys what's going on here. So this gentleman is going to be a role play that's going on here. This person is going to be the seeker, and the other person is going to be the prospect. Now, Mr. Prospect and Mr. Seeker is obviously two different people, not the same people. So I'll just make up anything just to show you how it actually works. Now, Mr. Seeker is gonna say to Mr. Prospect, hi. This is what I usually do. Hi. Then Mr. Seeker is probably gonna take my 5 minutes or 7 minutes to respond, or 8 minutes to respond, and he'll hit back, and he'll probably say, I'm not gonna make it difficult. I'll just say it's gonna be easy. Also, he'll probably say something that's, hi. I think his name is Bob, right? Yeah, hi Bob. What's his name? Bob. And he'll say, hi Bob, right? Hi Bob. How are you? Now Bob will say, I got it right. Just fix it after I was gonna wait. Bob will say, how are you? This is number one. Just put the numbers next to it. That's number one. Hi, how are you? Bob will then say, how are you? Number two. What's going on here? So he's saying hi. I know he's obviously number one. He'll say hi, and the next person will say, hi, how are you? Alright, so that's how it obviously works. And then the next person would say, this is obviously number 1. Sorry about that. Number 2, right? Number 2, and then this message is obviously number 3. There's a sequence we go here. Sorry about the lighting there. And then this person would now say, hold on. This person would now say, just make it white so you guys can see there's obviously a difference there in what's going on there. I-O-R-U. This guy said I first. This guy said I first. And the next guy is saying I or you. That's why I'm putting 1 there, obviously, so you guys can see what's going on. Alright, if that makes any sense to you. This person says I or you. Alright, I could try to use a script, but I'm not going to. I want you guys to see how I actually do it. Then number 4. Alright, this guy says doing, let's say amazing, right? Doing amazing. I think his name is Bob, right? This is Chief. The other dude's name is Bob. Yeah, doing amazing, Bob. Doing amazing, Bob. Thanks for hold on, thanks for asking, right? Asking, just overlooked that, just okay, there's a correction there. Thanks for asking. Alright, how's your day so far? Just to keep the conversation going, I want you to see so far, right? That was autocorrect. That's a question, obviously. Now I'm not gonna still write question mark. You can think for yourself. Number 5. This guy will probably take an hour or 2 to respond, and then he'll say 3, 4, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Now the guy would say busy, probably busy as usual. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. I would probably say busy. Okay, 5, right? That's all the busy as usual. What and you right? That's obviously a question. Now this person is obvious. I'm just showing you how it actually goes in DMs. These guys, they don't care. They just want to keep the conversation as short as possible, not to answer anything. They just want to be that way. Some of them like to be difficult. Some of them are even rude. So that's number 5. Now let's just recap quickly over the initial message that came from the seeker, right? So Jum is a seeker. Jum says hello. This is Jum. If you haven't noticed, that's Jum. Jum says hi, right? Bob then says hi too, and it immediately says how are you, right? I've put numbers next to the messages so you can see. Number 4 is doing amazing, Bob. Thanks for asking. How's your day so far? And now Bob says busy as usual, and you, right? So this is how it goes, guys. This is how it goes. So he says busy and you, right? So number 6 is Bob needs to come up with something. Let me just stop it off here. So this is what it usually works. Instead of dragging the conversation out, you could be dragging it on forever, getting nowhere. Within the first or 6 messages, please guys, please immediately tell this person something that's gonna make him feel open to what it is that you want him to do. Please, like for instance, maybe you like his profile or anything. I'm not still gonna write it down. That's premium, right? That's for guys. That is actually paying for this type of information. I'm giving it out to you for free immediately. I'll just say book the meet, and the meet can be anything, right? The meet can be anything. Book the meet immediately. Immediately book the meet. Don't waste time, please guys. I'm begging you, book the meet immediately. Let me make it loud and clear so you guys can see. Book the meet immediately. Don't waste any time. Maybe it's too yellow. Book the meet immediately. Now, I'm not still going to tell you how to book the meet. Like I said, then he says, book the meet. He says this. He says, like your, just book the meet. I'll just say book the meet. Right? 6, book the meet immediately. Don't waste time. Book the meet immediately. Right? That's how I usually do it. I'm gonna send you guys screenshots. I don't want to send you a screenshot of how it actually goes down. I could have put it in there. I could have put some examples in there. But what I usually do is my method is complement. I hope that's correct. I don't know if that's all. Complement them and tell them something nice and ask for me to meet via Zoom. Now there's obviously more that goes into this, but what I'm saying is this, right? This is what you're gonna do. Book the meet immediately. Don't waste time, guys. Tell them something nice. My method is compliment them and tell them something nice and ask for them meet your profile. Okay, so obviously things that you need to have in place is good but your profile and content must add up so they say yes. Okay, if that makes any sense, I hope you got that. Alright, I gave you that example and hopefully you can see what I mean. So let's go over it again. Okay, so Jim says hi. He's a seeker, and he says hi. This other dude says, Bob, he's the prospect. He says, hi, how are you? Alright, and then the other one says, Jim says, doing amazing, Bob. Thanks for asking. How's your day going so far? And then Bob says, busy as usual, and you. And then what did I say? Book it immediately. Tell them something nice. My method is book the meet by telling them my method is compliment them and tell them something nice and ask for the meet via Zoom immediately. Catch their attention. But before you do that, but your profile and content must add up so they say yes. Hope you understand that, guys. So that's a summary of that. Now I have an ebook that I've created for Facebook and for LinkedIn on this methodology. As you can see, this is the whole thing. Facebook and LinkedIn conversations that convert. This is a whole playbook, 40-page ebook, DIY operating system, communication system. This is outside of my coaching program. This is the DIY version. The coaching program is a 12-week program that I have to work with you one-on-one. If you are a person that's interested in doing the DM framework by yourself, trying out and doing a DIY, and you think you can do it, let's do it. There's a money back guarantee on this. So this is just a short thing that I've made up, a short video that I've made up today. I just want you to know that I want you to know that all in all, what I'm saying is, what I'm showing you here is messaging. That direct messaging isn't about spamming people or using perfect scripts. It's about understanding communication, positioning yourself correctly, and knowing how to start conversations that actually feel natural. Throughout these walkthroughs, you'll see the difference between them. You saw the difference, obviously, between the teams that push people away and teams that invite people. The dialogue goal isn't to force outcomes, but create opportunities to create respect and strong messaging, as you just saw. Right? If you take anything from this, let it be this. When you learn how to communicate with intention, your team stop feeling like cold outreach and start becoming real connections that can lead to growth, clients, and long-term relationships. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next. I sometimes think that people are out here on LinkedIn